I've been listening to a lot of music today, but I haven't heard any of your music. Why not? You haven't released it yet? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you why you should release your music now. Hello, fellow music lovers. I'm Robert Manigault, the passionate producer, and I'd like to welcome you to my YouTube channel. What I want to do in my videos is encourage you to release your music and to overcome all the obstacles that you perceive are standing in your way from doing so. Why should you release your music? The question should be, why shouldn't you release your music? You can be true to yourself and to your music. Now, again, I'm addressing those who have not released their music yet, and for some reason something is holding them back. And again, I want to encourage you, overcome those obstacles. More likely than not, the obstacles are all in your mind. You can be true to yourself and to your music. Chances are you have not released any music yet, and that's why you tuned into this video. Well, think about this. Right now, you can write the type song that you want to write. You can sing it the way you want to sing it, with the arrangement that you want, with the production that you want. That's the great advantage of being an independent artist. Your production style is different and unique from anyone else's. And I've seen many videos where people ask, well, how can I get this certain piece of equipment that'll make me sound like this artist? Or how can I record my drums or record my guitars or keys to sound like this artist? And while I think artists can inspire us, we shouldn't seek to sound just like them. There's been at least one time where you've heard an artist, a contemporary artist, and you thought it was somebody else. Well, they sound the same. The song sounds the same. But if you've got the courage to do your own thing, that's being true to your own music, being true to yourself and being true to your own music. And no matter what kind of music you do, there's somebody out there who will dig it. We all have a capacity to like different kinds of things. And there is no such thing as an opposite genre or conflicting genre, because music is beautiful, music is art, and we all have it within ourselves to produce a certain type of music, to express ourselves in the way that we want to. You're not a slave to any record label, because if you were under a recording contract, you'd have to do the type music that they want you to do. And if you recorded something and they didn't like it, they wouldn't release it. So, you don't want to give up that kind of control. You're in a great position right now so that you can release, if you want to release a country number this month and then next month you want to do rock and roll, that's up to you. Because there's somebody out there who's going to like your country song, and there's somebody out there who's going to like your rock song. And not everybody's going to like the country, not everybody's going to like the rock. Somebody will like your music that you can. Right now, just in the next 5 seconds, think of all the superstar recording artists that you've heard of. Okay, close enough. Now, do you like all of their music? Every person that you thought of just now, do you like every one of their music? Of course you don't. Another question. Think of all the people that you know. Do all of those people like the same and all the music that you like? Of course they don't. And I've made this point before, but I think it's important enough to reiterate that. Everybody's not going to like your music, but a lot of people will. And when you make music that you like, and now, let me say this, you have got to be your own number one fan. Let me say that again. You have got to be your own number one fan, because when you're in your recording studio or wherever you are working on your material, you're going to have to love that material. You're going to have to love it and say, yes, I want to bring this thing to life and introduce it to the world, because if you don't, then odds are that's going to show up in the music. And the reason I say you're going to have to love it because when you're recording it, you're recording certain parts over and over and over again. And you're working all these different arrangements. Okay, that's fine. Because you're bringing this thing to life until you get it to the point where you love it and you're ready to introduce it to the world. See, now that's when you know that you're ready. And I tell you right now, you're ready right now. I want you to know that I'm practicing what I'm preaching to you. I'm not telling you to do anything that I haven't done already. Last year in 2019, I released my first single. Well, actually, no, it wasn't my first single. My first single release was back in 1989, but I'm going to fast forward to last year. And I released my first single. It's an instrumental called Crestfallen. And I have gotten a lot of streams on Spotify and all the other streaming services. This year, in January, I released my first full length album, and I've released several cuts from the album. And I'm getting a lot of streams from that album. And I tell you, starting from zero streams to right now well over 30,000 streams, starting from no listeners to well over 30,000 listeners, starting from having no kind of track record to having listeners in the United States, in Belgium, the Netherlands. In fact, the Netherlands, that's where my the second largest concentration of listeners. Listeners in Bulgaria, in Korea. I've got listeners worldwide. And this is because I released my music. And I want to say something right now. Perhaps an artist should not confess, but I'm not the greatest singer. I know I'm not the greatest singer. But you know what? I am the best me there is. I am the best at what I do for me. And when I record, if I don't like something, I'm not going to release it to the world. And when I do release something, I don't expect everybody in the world to like it. But I am grateful for those who do. Now, there's some things I want to ask you to do. Number one, please subscribe to this channel because what I'm going to do is I want to take you and all of the listeners on a continuous journey as I make my music, and I'm going to do some behind the scene things to let you see how I'm producing certain elements of my music. And now I can't promise that I'm going to record all the recording session, or I should say, video record all my recording sessions because sometimes when the inspiration hits, I just gotta go for it, and I don't really take the time to set up the movie camera or the my camera and get all the lighting and everything ready because at that moment I'm in producer mode. So I would like for you to again subscribe to my channel and be sure to hit that bell so that you can be notified when a new video is released. My goal is to release a new video once a week. Um, Also, I would like for you very much to follow me on the other social medias. Follow me on Instagram, please. Follow me on Twitter and follow me on Facebook. Those links are below. The next thing I'd like for you to do is go over to Spotify. Check out my music on Spotify. And I would be thrilled if you were to add either the album, it would be great if you were to add the whole album to your playlist. But if there are certain songs that you like, add me to your playlist. And please share this video. Share information about me to others. I would really appreciate that. Finally, I want to hear from you. I want you to tell me in the comments below what's been holding you back and what are you going to do to overcome it. And if you, after hearing this video, after viewing this video, if you decided that you want to record something and release something, then I want you to put that in the comment also. Now, in upcoming videos, I'm going to talk more about uh, what I've done, the release of the music, talking about copywriting the music, the publishing of the music. Do you need a record company? How you can be your own independent record label? I'm all those things. and I want to share all this information with you. So please subscribe, like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you soon.